Morning. My plan is, while we're on family vacation here, to still shoot a few videos to make sure that I'm sticking to a routine. And I'm going to talk about that today, the importance of routine. I've got a lot of people that say, listen, Mark, after the Christmas holidays or after whatever, a vacation or after some sort of break, sometimes it's a hard thing that's happened in the family, whatever, they have a really hard time getting back into a routine, getting back into the swing of things. And I'm going to give you a surefire way to keep up what you need to so that you can get back into the swing of things, so you don't have to actually get back into the swing of things. You're already in it. You can hit the ground running when you're back from a vacation or holidays or whatever it is. And that is to keep your routine. You don't have to keep your entire routine. I've got an extended routine that I do. I mean, I'm making calls at different times and whatever according to business. I don't do business when I'm out here. Having said that, I do have certain routines. My most important routine is my morning routine. That's what gets me going. That's what allows me to get done what I get done when I'm doing things that I want to be doing. So, for that, I've got a few things. I get up early, earlier than anyone else, so I'm not bothering anyone else. I'm not taking away from our vacation in any way. And I read a little bit in the morning. I do some exercises in the morning. Really, those are the most important things. If I get those things done, then I'm good to go. So find out. This is what I'd encourage you to do. I also write in my journal. So I've got a few things. I practice gratitude. I do different things. I've talked about this in a previous video. This is what I encourage you to do. If you struggle when you come back from something, or if you get thrown off every once in a while and it's tough to get back in, start a routine in your life. The more routine you have in your life, the better you're able to flow. I have an uncle who's traveled all over the world. He's been to, I don't know, 50, 60 countries. I don't know what his count is up to now. But one thing I asked him, and this is what helped me early on, I asked him, Uncle Bram, how do you stay consistent? How do you deal with jet lag, and how do you deal with all this other stuff when you're traveling so much? And that's what he told me. He said, in the morning, I have a specific routine. For him, it was jogging. No matter what country he was in, no matter what the temperature was, no matter what was going on, he would wake up early and jog. And this is what happens. Your body is cyclical. It works on cycles, and it recognizes consistency. It recognizes routine. So when your mind is in a different time zone, everything is off, it's disoriented, after a vacation that can happen, whatever, what your brain does is it recognizes certain set points. And if you get up early and you look at the clock and it's 4, 5, 6, whatever time it is for you, and then you go and exercise or you go and have some kind of routine, what happens is your brain kicks in and goes, oh, I know this. I'm supposed to get up right now. And you can kick right back into it, okay? Enjoy this. Enjoy setting up a routine. What I'd encourage you to do is practice, learn, try different things. If some things don't work, that's fine. If some things do work, that's fine. I'm constantly messing around with my morning routine in small ways. I try something for a month or so. If it doesn't work or it's not doing what I want it to do, I kick it and then try something new. But yeah, keep trying those things, keep trying new things, and as you get into this, you will find what works and what doesn't work, and you'll be off to the races when you get back from vacations or do whatever. All right. One last thing, I thought of this and thought this is unfair not to give this a tip to you guys. Most people think that this is a hardship, that routine is a hardship, and this falls in line with other things, right? Like a budget, like a plan, a schedule, those kind of things. Our bodies thrive on these things. Our minds thrive on these things. When you set it up, now listen, it's not easy to set it up necessarily. You've got to put effort and energy into it. But is it worth having more in life because of it? If you set up a budget, you will have more money. If you set up a schedule, you will have more time. Do you want those things? And in the same way, if you set up a routine, you will have a consistency. And again, it's not a hardship. I look forward to getting up in the mornings. I look forward to doing these things because it sets me off in the right way every single day. So rather than it being a hardship, rather than it being something that's difficult, it actually is something that's restful. It's something that again, I can set my day by, and everything falls into place. So one thing that you've got to work on if you struggle with routine or schedules is you need to work with your mindset around it. What are the ideas that you have around it? A lot of people struggle with routine or something like that, or discipline or whatever it is, because they've assigned cultural values to it. So for example, in our culture, we live for the weekends, or you sleep in and you don't do anything. And listen, if that's where your mindset is, if you've been so enculturated by your culture that you only think like everyone else, guess what? You're going to get what everyone else gets. So I'd encourage you right now to challenge your thinking and go, well, wait a second, what could this give me? And instead of thinking that weekends are times where sleeping in and doing nothing are the ideal, think about where working towards your goals is the ideal. Working towards what you want in life is the ideal. Is a little bit of discomfort in the beginning worth your goals? You got to ask yourself that. For me, it is.